Welcome back to Real Inner Harmony. Imagine how your life would look if you had complete control over your emotions. Instead of reacting impulsively, you could respond calmly and thoughtfully, no matter the circumstances. Sounds impossible? The truth is, with the right tools, anyone can achieve this level of emotional control. Today, you're going to learn powerful strategies that will transform how you handle your emotions. Stay with me until the end of this video, because these strategies have the potential to completely reshape how you live and how you connect with yourself and others. But before we dive in, take a moment to subscribe and tap the notification bell. Let's make sure you stay inspired and never miss out on the powerful content we share. Our emotions are like automatic reflexes. They don't ask for permission, they just happen. And this occurs because of how our brain is wired. At the center of it all is the limbic system, a primitive part of the brain that controls our emotional reactions. Within it lies the amygdala, which acts like an alarm system. When something threatens us, whether it's a real danger or just perceived as one, the amygdala fires up, triggering feelings like fear, anger, or anxiety. This response is helpful when we need to react quickly to physical danger, but less so in everyday situations, like handling criticism or disagreements. On the other hand, the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for rational thinking, takes longer to process information. It helps us evaluate situations calmly and make thoughtful decisions. The problem? When emotions are in charge, the prefrontal cortex is sidelined. But with practice, we can restore balance to this dynamic. Think of an elite athlete. During a competition, they feel the same adrenaline and emotions as anyone else, but they've learned to channel those emotions to perform at their best. Just like them, you can train your mind to turn your emotions into something positive. Have you ever caught yourself overreacting to something seemingly small? This is more common than you might think. Often, our emotional reactions aren't directly tied to what's happening in the moment, but to hidden triggers we've accumulated throughout life. Triggers are like invisible buttons that, when pressed, spark an intense emotional response. They can be activated by words, situations, or even memories. For example, a specific tone of voice might irritate you, while it means nothing to someone else. But how to identify your triggers? Here are some tips. Reflect on your reactions. After an emotionally charged moment, ask yourself, what exactly upset me? Look for patterns. Are there certain situations or people that make you feel more vulnerable? Explore the roots. Many triggers are tied to past experiences or beliefs we hold on to. Take a notebook and write about recent times when you lost emotional control. Note what happened, how you felt, and how you reacted. Over time, clear patterns will emerge. These patterns are the keys to understanding and eventually overcoming your triggers. One of the greatest secrets to controlling your emotions is surprisingly simple: pausing. But simple doesn't always mean easy. In the heat of the moment, our natural tendency is to react immediately. This automatic reaction is often what gets us into emotional trouble. But why does pausing work? When you pause, even for a few seconds, you give your brain time to shift control from the amygdala to the prefrontal cortex. It's like pressing the pause button on a movie before deciding what to do next. The 10-second rule. Next time you feel a strong emotion, try this. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 2 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 4 seconds. As you do this, count to 10 in your mind. These seconds of pause can prevent impulsive decisions you might regret later. A well-known entrepreneur once said his greatest secret for resolving conflicts wasn't his ability to argue, but his ability to pause before responding. He explained, "The more intense the emotion, the more time I give myself before acting." Emotional resilience is what separates someone who is easily shaken from someone who faces adversity with strength and courage. It's not about not feeling emotions. It's about learning to handle them in a healthy and balanced way. Here are some tips to build emotional resilience. Acknowledge your emotions. Resisting emotions only amplifies their power. Instead, acknowledge what you're feeling. Say to yourself, "I'm feeling sad," or "I'm angry." Simply naming your emotions can reduce their intensity. Develop healthy habits. Exercise, good nutrition, and quality sleep are essential for keeping your mind strong and resilient. Seek emotional support. Never underestimate the power of talking to someone you trust. Often, verbalizing what we feel is the first step in processing difficult emotions. When it comes to success, happiness, and healthy relationships, one factor stands out: emotional intelligence. Unlike IQ, which measures cognitive skills, emotional intelligence, or EQ, is the ability to understand and manage your own emotions while recognizing and influencing the emotions of others. There are 4 pillars of emotional intelligence. Self-awareness. Have you ever stopped to think about what you're truly feeling and why? Self-awareness is the ability to identify your emotions as they arise and understand how they affect your actions. Self-management. This is the ability to regulate your emotions, even in tough situations. It doesn't mean suppressing them, but finding healthy ways to express them, such as exercising, journaling, or talking to someone. Social awareness. This involves noticing the emotions of others. Whether at work or home, empathy allows you to deeply connect with others. Relationship management. Healthy relationships require more than communication. They require emotional understanding. Knowing when to speak, listen, or simply be present is a powerful skill. So how to develop emotional intelligence? Practice active listening. When someone speaks, don't think about how to respond. Just listen. Do daily emotional check-ins. Ask yourself, how am I feeling today? And reflect on why. Seek feedback. Ask trusted people how they perceive your emotional responses. Self-awareness starts with honest self-reflection. How often do you criticize yourself for not being able to control your emotions? Guilt and self-blame can weigh you down, creating a vicious cycle where you feel worse and struggle even more to regulate how you feel. Here's an important truth. Everyone struggles with emotions. Feeling anger, sadness, or fear isn't a failure. It's a sign that you're human. Self-compassion is the practice of treating yourself with kindness, understanding, and patience, even when you feel like you've made mistakes. It's the opposite of harsh self-criticism. Instead of saying, I'm weak because I got angry, you can say, I'm dealing with something difficult, but I'm learning and improving. You can ask, why is self-compassion so powerful? When you treat yourself kindly, you create a safe inner space where you can process emotions without being overwhelmed by guilt or shame. Research has shown that self-compassion reduces stress, improves resilience, and even enhances problem-solving abilities. And why not do a practical exercise like a self-compassion letter? Try to set aside 5 minutes to write yourself a letter. Imagine you're speaking to a close friend who is struggling emotionally. Acknowledge the difficulty they're facing, validate their feelings, and offer words of encouragement. Replace harsh self-talk with supportive language. This exercise can be transformative in how you see yourself during tough times. Emotional control doesn't mean never feeling anger, sadness, or anxiety. Emotions are a natural part of the human experience, and they serve important purposes. Achieving emotional balance is about learning how to coexist with your emotions without letting them take over. You can find emotional balance by acceptance. Accept that not every day will be perfect, and not every emotion will be pleasant. Resistance only intensifies what you're feeling. Acceptance, on the other hand, creates space for those feelings to pass. Create a self-care routine. Small daily habits like regular exercise, nourishing meals, and getting enough sleep are vital for maintaining emotional balance. These practices prepare your mind and body to handle life's challenges. Live in the present. Anxiety often comes from worrying about the future, while sadness tends to arise from dwelling on the past. Bringing your focus to the present moment can significantly reduce these emotional intensities. Practice mindfulness exercises, such as concentrating on your breath for 1 minute or observing your surroundings without judgment. Once a woman who struggled with chronic anxiety began practicing just 5 minutes of daily meditation. Over time, those small moments of stillness became her anchor in a chaotic world. She described meditation as their set button that helped her navigate even the most stressful days with clarity and calmness. Controlling your emotions isn't a one-time achievement. It's an ongoing journey. Some days you'll feel in control, while other days may challenge you. That's okay. What matters is your commitment to grow, one step at a time. Take these key lessons with you. Pause before you act. Give yourself a moment to breathe and assess before reacting. See emotions as messengers, not enemies. Emotions carry valuable insights. Listen to them without judgment. Remember, you are not your emotions. They are temporary states while you are constant. Let this video be the start of your journey toward emotional mastery. You have the power to transform how you feel, respond, and live. It won't always be easy, but every effort you make brings you closer to a more balanced, fulfilling life. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Real Inner Harmony. Join our community as we continue to explore the path to peace, purpose, and personal growth. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay calm, stay grounded.